Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today, more new content. I'm going to be talking to you about the things I watched late last year time. So October to December sort of time, I think. So anyway, I know this one I watched about December time, and that was Squid Game. Now there's 3 seasons of Squid Game, and basically what it is this guy is going around trying to get people to join this game. He's going around and basically the ones that are needing money in life and a bit down and out and having problems and owe money, etc, etc, like that. He's going around and getting them to play this one game where there's 2 envelopes and you have to flip the envelope over, kind of thing. And that then gives him the option to give him a card to call to do a load more games. It sounds innocent, doesn't it? No, it's not. So anyway, he gets to this event with a load of other people, and they've all got numbers on their tops, etc, etc. And the first game was red light, green light. And it's this doll, and she calls green light and you have to move, and red light and you have to stop. That sounds innocent enough until you realise the ones that are out because moved are not just out, they get shot there and there. So everybody suddenly realises that this is a game of life and death. And that's what it is. So they've got various different games. So on the first series, they're doing all these various different games. And the lead character, I'll pop his name here. But it is in English. It's dubbed over in English. So you're not going to have a problem. Because it is, I think, Korean or Japanese or something. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And he's trying to work out why all this is going on. And there's this old guy there, and there's a twist at the end. I don't want to tell you because you might want to go and watch it. But there's 3 seasons, and then it just goes on from there. It comes out of the place and he goes back in. He wants to investigate it further, and it's just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It really is good. It's worth watching. The next one was Welcome to Derry. Now that's recently just been on, and this is it's a prequel to the film It. So if you've not watched It, which is Pennywise the Clown, and the films associated with that, I've currently watched chapter 1 again of that. And there's also the Tim Curry one done back in the 80s, I think it was, which was more of a mini TV series. Anyway, and also found out recently that Stephen King didn't like Tim Curry's version of Pennywise at all. So, anyway, so I watched the whole 8 episodes. Now, I have to admit, the first 3.5 episodes I found boring. I couldn't get into it at all. And then after 3.5, it going on to the back end of the 3rd episode, or it could have been the start of the 4th one, I don't know. It suddenly got interesting, and it was this guy, this girl's father, who was playing Pennywise, and he was just doing a stage act of Pennywise the dancing clown, and he had the same makeup on, and etc, etc, because Pennywise is actually an alien. And so he took on his persona, so that's why he looks that way. But it actually was a stage performer performing as a clown and doing funny things for the children. And yeah, Welcome to Derry is very good. Get by the first 3 episodes. I'm pretty sure it's 3 episodes I was a bit bored with. And yeah, you'll get into it then. You really will get into it. Have you seen it? Let me know if you've seen that. Let me know if you've seen Squid Game. The next one is a film, and that's Weapons. I'm a bit disappointed with Weapons because it gave so much hype that it was so good and worth watching, and it was brilliant and all this kind of thing. And then I watched it and I was a bit disappointed. I've seen, a lot of horror films in my lifetime and hope to see a lot more. And it just wasn't all that for me. I mean, I like the concept of it. I do like that. And some of the writing for that was very good, I can see. But I don't want to really give too much away unless I'm reviewing it as an actual film on my horror reviews. But yeah, they bigged it up so much that I was expecting a lot more, and that's possibly what's going to happen. Is I'm going to watch it again and I'm going to probably quite like it. But as it goes, it could have been so much better, in my opinion. It could have been so much better. The next one is also a film I'm going to talk with you about, even though it's down the list, so I'm hoping I don't forget that. It's Bird Box. Now that basically is, there's an airborne virus going around that makes people kill themselves. And to stop that happening, to stop it affecting you, you've got to be blindfolded. You've just got to not see the world at all. And this woman with her 2 children are having to travel over the river to get to this safe house, because previously to that she was in a safe house, but unfortunately, let's just say somebody let someone in that shouldn't have been there, and he already had that effect to him by the world, the airborne virus, and it affected him and it affected everyone else. So she got away, but then with the children. Now one of them was somebody there that was pregnant at the same time, some other woman, and she asked her if she'd look after her child if anything happened to her. Something happened to her and she took her child. And she only called them boy 1 and girl. No, she called them boy and girl, sorry. And never gave them names. So anyway, they've got to travel over the river, and she told the person she hadn't got children because she knew they'd say no. Not because of the kids, but because it would be very dangerous anyway. And she told these children that under no circumstances should they take their blindfold off. And they had to do this, blindfolded. The whole journey. That would have been so hard, especially on 2 little kids. But they made it. And I'm not going to tell you too much. Now, the reason why I put that here now is because this is the second watch of Bird Box. And the first time I watched it, I wasn't overly impressed. But now, I've watched it again and I actually like it. So that could happen with weapons. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, but Bird Box, great film. Bates Motel. I love that. I'm pretty sure I've spoken to you about Bates Motel and watching it on a vlog. That's 5 seasons long, and it is not long enough. And the reason why it's just 5 seasons and that's it is because he wanted it to coincide with the movies Psycho, to make it match, so to give you the backstory of Norman Bates and why the way he is, and then go into the films, which is a great idea. And I love Bates Motel. My goodness, when that first came out, I wasn't a fan. I didn't watch it all. I was just like, But then I gave it another chance, and I'm glad I did. I was so into that. So into that. I back-to-back episodes on that like nothing. Absolutely fantastic. If you like horror and you like Psycho, the films, it's great. It really is. Don't be put off by the first Psycho either. It's black and white. It's really good. So anyway, that was excellent stuff. No. So I want to just pick up on Welcome to Derry. He's actually done Welcome to Derry. I think there's more seasons to come. I really hope so. And the guy that plays Pennywise in that also plays him in the films. And I can't remember his name. I'll pop it here. And basically, I think what he's doing is doing a prequel to how Pennywise came about. This is what it's all about, I think. but I love it. And I've recently just watched it, chapter 1 again. And yeah, that is scary. Honestly, that is scary. And it is better than the TV miniseries one. Honestly, it is. I'm going to watch chapter 2 in the next couple of days. Where are we? Masters of Horror. I really enjoyed these. This is a series of different horror stories. And they're each about 45 to 48 minutes long, I think. Might be an hour. Not quite sure. And they're all individual stories, different horror stories. Some are better than others, but they are really good. I think they was trying to go along the lines of, kind of almost along the lines of Twilight Zone, but not quite. But yeah, they're just different, a bunch of different stories, horror stories, and some of them are better than others, but it's worth a watch. And I think, to what I can work out, they only did one season. I've only got one. And the next one is, these are classic horror stories. And mainly put on around Christmas time, which is when I actually started to watch these. And one of them is Whistle and I'll Come to You. And that's by the wonderful late John Hurt. Not written by him. He was in it. He played the main character. And he went to this hotel for a retreat. Basically for a bit of a break. Because his wife was on retreat in the care home. Because it looks like she got dementia or something. And he was having a little break. Because he's a full-time carer. And I know how that is. So he was in this hotel. And a lot of strange things was happening. Because he went to the place and the hotel where they both went together years and years before. Possibly on a honeymoon. And all these strange occurrences was happening. Like the door was rattling to his bedroom at night. And then there was no one there. Someone trying to get in. The light would come on and you'd see footsteps under the door. All these different things happening. Scratching sounds, etc, etc. This film is so creepy. Really, really creepy. And there's an old woman that looks like his wife on the beach that suddenly appears. I'm not going to tell you too much because I'd really like you to go and see this. It is brilliant. If I can find a streaming service in the UK, I'll let you know which one in the description, if I can find it. But it is absolutely fantastic and played really well by John Hurt, really well. But he was great, he really was. And that story was originally written by M.R. James. So I really want to read the book to it now. So I'm going to do that. The next one is The Signal Man. Now the Signal Man is what they used to have years ago and probably still do some. I don't know if they still have a Signal Man. But he'd used to like do all the controls for the train lines. So, you know, the trains would go in the right direction, etc, etc. But there was this woman that always kept calling to him. And also it was a bloke was visiting him at the time as well that found him and chatted with him. He'd hear this stuff going on in the tunnel. But he couldn't really see anything. And then he would have visions. And, you know, I don't want to spoil this one for you either because it's so very good. It's from the 70s. But it's such a good story. And it's not very long. It's about 40 minutes long. It's worth your time. It really is. And that was written by Charles Dickens, which I want to read that as well. Also, I watched was a bunch of different Christmas stories, creepy stories. And it was called A Short Story for Christmas. And it's just about 3 or 4, I think it's 4 different stories, various different actors, lots of what we know in the UK. You might know them in the US and everywhere else also, but they're UK actors, and just various short stories, ghostly, weird things happening, and worth a watch. They're very short. They're only about 24-25 minutes long, but they're very good and they're well worth watching. And I also watched Alec Guinness's A Christmas Carol. I have to watch one over the period. I have to watch one. I love Scrooge. I love it. I love the whole film process. I love the miserable bit and the cheerful bit. I love it. Absolutely love it. This one I've watched twice, 2 years consecutively, because I love the musical one so much, and I sing along with it and make a hell of a sound. So I really do enjoy Alec Guinness's A Christmas Carol. But there's lots of versions of A Christmas Carol. There's also an animated one. Just watch A Christmas Carol. They're fabulous. I don't know what it is about that, but I really love them. So that is a list of things I have been watching over the back end of 2025. And I've fully enjoyed it. And if you could recommend anything to watch, please do let me know in the comments. Old stuff, new stuff, anything. If you think I'm going to like it, let me know. Also, let me know where you can find it. If it's a streaming service that's free in the UK, that's great. If it's, let's see, also Netflix, I'm alright with that. But, you know, things like that. Just let me know in the comments anyway. You know, I'll find it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this style video. Oh, excuse me. So, I will see you again next time. Please do all that lovely stuff. Like, comment, subscribe and share. It really does help out my channel and helps out with the algorithm. I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.